Hey guys, it's Marisol and welcome back to BookVerse. So this is going to be kind of a really long video because it's a collective haul of books I've gotten over like the last 3 months, so like December, January, and February. And it's a lot of books. So again, it will be a long video. So again, like I said, book off. And oh my god, I have like this huge bag full of books that I've gotten from there, and I'm just gonna start from the top, I guess. And one of the first books I got is Wild Justice by Kelley Armstrong, and I really love her Other World series, which I've mentioned a lot. And then this is one of her like side series, like I think it's a mystery crime. I don't know much about it. I think there's 2 or 3 books in it, so I mean it was $3. I picked it up because I'm interested in reading it. And I think it's the Nadia Stafford series or something like that. So I got this one to check that out. And then I also picked up Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. And I've been wanting to read this series. I mean, I think it's for sure a trilogy. At least the first 3 books are out. And I've heard mixed reviews about it. Some people love it, some people hate it. And I've heard Kat from Katie Tastic rave about it, that she really loves it. So I want to check it out for myself, and you know, I was there. It was pretty cheap and it's in really nice condition, so pick this up as well. And another book I've been wanting to read for a while is Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close by Jonathan Safran-Foer. I'm pretty sure I pronounced that wrong. I think this is the movie cover. I picked this up. I don't know. I've heard it. I know it came out a long time ago, and people have said good and bad things. I guess there's a movie. I do want to check out the movie, but this is one of those that I kind of want to read the book first before I watch the movie. So I got that one. And then another series I've been wanting to check out for a while is this one, this is the first book. It's called Something Strange and Deadly by Suzanne Denard. And I mean, I don't know a lot about it, but I have heard people say that it's a really good series, so I've been wanting to check it out. I saw it when I went to Book Off, and you know, it was a good deal, so I had to pick it up. And I don't really want to know too much, but it intrigued me with the reviews that I did read about it. So I figured, why not? More books to read, right? And after that, a book that I've been seeing around for a while, that just the cover of it seemed interesting to me, is Half a King by Jo Abercrombie. I think I pronounced it right. And the sequel just came out, which is called, I think, Half a World or something like that. Do not quote me on that. But, you know, it's another sci-fi book. I picked it up I love the cover. I think it's really interesting. Every time I saw it at the bookstore, it grabbed my attention, but I never picked it up. And then, you know, at Book Off, it was only $5. And since the sequel came up, I figured might as well check it out in case I like it. That way I can check out the sequel and see how that goes. So there's that one. And I also found Wonder Love. And this book, I heard about it from Ariel Bissett. She really likes it. It's about a like coming of age book where the main character, I think her name Bria Sandoval or something, she goes on a trip to Central America. It's like about self-discovery and like her journey through that. And it's not that big of a book. I mean, I should be able to get through it, you know, pretty fast. It's by Kristen Hubbard, and it sounded like a really cute, interesting story. So why not? And then another book I got was Of Poseidon. I actually got Of Trident in another book haul from Book Outlet. But I found the first book, so I can finally start reading it. I mean, the other book I got it just because it was dirt cheap. But this is by Anna Banks. And I've been wanting to read the series. I just, you know, was holding off on buying the first book. And now that I found it, I can read it. Did I mention it's about mermaids? I don't know if I said that in this video, but yeah, this is a series about mermaids. I believe it's a trilogy, because it's Of Poseidon, Of Trident, and Of Neptune is out already. So, like I said, I love mermaids. I mean, Ariel's one of my favorite Disney movies, so I just want to read more books about different creatures, more stuff to check out. And then, this is another book I heard of from Ariel Bissett that really sounded interesting, and it's Please Ignore Vera Dietz. I guess, by A.S. King. And I actually don't think I've read anything by A.S. King before. I hear she's a good author, but I've never read anything by her. I found this book for $3 and so I decided to check it out. And I mean, it won an award, so it should be good, right? Let me know what you guys think if you've read it. And another series I've been wanting to check out was the Match series. I believe that's what the series is called. But Matched is the first book, and it's by Ali Condal. And so I found this there in paperback, and I decided to pick it up because I believe the third and final book came out recently or at the end of last year. If I'm wrong, correct me. But I mean, it sounds interesting. It's about love triangles, different things. I don't know much about it. A lot of these books, like, I've heard great things, but I don't know too much, or I do know just enough that it captured my attention. But I think it's better to go into books blind sometimes. And it looked intriguing. I mean, I like the cover. It's not the best cover in my opinion, but it's pretty cool. Another book I've been wanting to pick up for a while by an author is The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. I haven't read any Neil Gaiman books, and I've heard great things from him. He also has written some comics, and I heard this is a good story. And I mean, it's like freaking tiny. I think it's not even more than 100 pages. Oh yeah, it is more than 100 pages, but it's not that bad. And so I finally found this, and it was in hardcover in really nice condition. So I decided to pick it up and see if I like it or not. So once I read that, I'll, put my review up on Goodreads. One thing that I did not know was out was this, you guys. It's Hidden by Kelley Armstrong. And I've talked about the series, the Women of the Otherworld series. I've read her whole Women of the Otherworld series, and I didn't know that they made this. And I think this is just like side stories, but it's like the deluxe hardcover edition. I never heard of this, so apparently I'm not a very good fan of hers. But I found this for like $1, and it's really cool looking, and it has like illustrations on the inside. You can see that. And so, I mean, anything that has her name in it, I will buy. So I had to pick that up, especially when it was only $1. Some authors are just must-buys for you, and she is one of them for me. And then I was surprised with the next book I found, which is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I found this for $1, and I wanted to read it when it came out, but then it got spoiled for me, and a lot of people said that they didn't like it, and I wasn't sure if I should get it or not. But when I saw it for $1, I was like, okay, why not? Just read it. It should be a short read. If I hate it, it was only $1. It's not going to hurt me. It's not going to kill me. So I decided to pick it up and read it and see if I hate it just like everyone else that I know that hated it, or see if I like it. Okay. And then the next book I picked out, I had never heard of it. I had never seen it anywhere else. And the only reason, honestly, why I bought it is the cover. Aside from, it was like $1, and then this cover. And it's Broken by J.C. Lyons. Sorry. But look at that, like the shattered heart. It looked interesting. I read like the little synopsis. It sounded intriguing enough, and for $1, I picked it up. You will probably see in this haul, I buy a lot of books just based on the cover because it looks fun, it looks interesting, and this is one of them. Winding down, you guys. Okay, the last couple of books I picked out from Book Off. Here's one of them. It's Just One Day by Gayle Forman, and I've heard great things about her as an author. I actually have not read any Gayle Forman, and this one, I believe this is the first one in a series. I don't know if it's a duology or a trilogy, in all honesty. I think the second book is called Just One Year. And I know that she wrote the book If I Stay, which was made into a movie, and I still have not read or watched that movie. So I decided to pick this up and check it out and see if I like it. And then my last two books, you guys. One of them is Fallen by Lauren Kate. I've actually been wanting to pick this up for a long time, and I saw it there, and so I got it. I believe it's about angels. It just says on the back, what if the person you were meant to be with could never be yours? And I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure I've heard a lot of people say that it's about angels. I mean, with the title Falling, you would think so. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But it's just one of those series. I used to know more about it when it came out because I remember I really, really wanted to get it. I just never did. And I saw it there and it just, I had to pick it up. I need to know what it's about and see if I like it. And then the last book I got a book off is Landline by Rainbow Rowell. And when this book came out, I heard a lot of good things about it. I actually went to like Barnes & Noble and I read like the first chapter and I liked it. I just never picked it up because I had like so many books I wanted to read. And since I saw it there, I told myself, why not? I need to get to it eventually. I mean, I hear people like mixed feelings, you know. A lot of people do like her writing, but they didn't really like this or they loved it. So I just want to read it. Just based off the first chapter I ever read, it seems interesting enough. It's about like a couple, they're struggling, and then she somehow gets to, you know, when she calls her husband, she's talking to him from the like in the past. So like in the present, she's calling him and talking to him like before they were married or in the early stages of their marriage. Sounds kind of confusing, but it's also intriguing. So I had to pick that up. These next two books that I bought were kind of random places where I found them. Someone I really enjoy is Neil Patrick Harris. I think he is hilarious. I love him from How I Met Your Mother. And he's just a really awesome guy. And he came out with the autobiography. And then so it's Neil Patrick Harris, Choose Your Own Autobiography. And it's like, you know, a story of his life. And I kind of been wanting to pick this up, but I don't read autobiographies. The few I did like try to read or had to read were for school, and I didn't really enjoy them very much. And so I was debating whether or not to get it. I was thinking maybe getting the audiobook because he does read it, but I went to Marshall's and I saw this and it was on clearance for $5. So I had to pick it up. I mean, it's Neil Patrick Harris. How could you not, right? It's just the autobiography part of it that had me like on the fence about it, but definitely ended up getting it. So I just need to see when I'll get to that, and hopefully I can get through it. I mean, he's an interesting person, so it should be an interesting read. Another random buy that I had is I went to Costco and they had a lot of books there, and one of them was the I Was Here by Gayle Forman, and this just came out in January, I believe, 2015. It was only $10.99, which, you know, it's like $8 or yeah, $8-9 off. So I heard that it's a good story. It does deal with the topic of suicide, and just like I mentioned previously with Just One Day, I haven't read any of her books, but it sounded intriguing. I don't think I've read any specific books about suicide yet. I don't think so. And so I picked this up and hopefully it's good. I haven't read much contemporary, if you guys can tell from this channel. Like, I barely started getting some books and that I need to get to just now that I've watched YouTube and stuff. I usually would just read romance and sci-fi, both adult and YA, but never contemporary stuff. So hopefully I like it. I mean, I'm hopeful for it.